Audio on demand from Vision Christian Media.
Exploring faith and the future. Neil Johnson and Bible teacher Dr. Kameel Majdali.
Let's look today some more at manhood. You know, there's a number of sayings that get around these days, Kameel. The idea of man up or be a man. What is it, do you think, to be a man?
Well, good question. But the other thing is, when people are asked that, be a man or man up, all kinds of ideas come in the head. Some of them may be accurate and some of them may be way off in left field. You see, does it be a man mean that you have to be arrogant and assertive? Does be a man mean you have to enjoy certain types of sport? You got to be a hunter and a fisherman and you got to play football? Is that what it means to be a man? Does it mean that if you don't play football or if you don't hunt and fish that you're not a man? What about if somebody likes to putter in the kitchen and listen to classical music rather than the hunting and fishing? Does that make them less of a man? And what if you don't have a strong role model in your childhood? Does that mean you're in danger of not being a man? I believe all these things have gone through the hearts and minds of men for a long time. And the thing is, let's get our definition from the only source that counts. Certainly not from a corrupt and decaying culture, and certainly not from the entertainment industry. I'm not all against the entertainment industry, but let's face it, it produces a lot of fairy tales. We need to get the source of what it means to be a man or a woman of God from the scriptures. And that's, of course, what we attempt to do whenever we're teaching God's word to the people.
So are we only looking for traits and characteristics of manhood, or is there something even deeper that we ought to be looking for?
First of all, I like this phrase. I don't know where it came from. To be a male is by chance of biology. To be a man is by decision. Right there, you have one of the salient qualities of manhood, and that's decisiveness. As a person, a man is maturing, they could dither and be indecisive here or there, but when they're really coming into full flower, they should be decisive, but wisely decisive, not impulsively and not stubbornly, wisely. Because there's no virtue of being decisive and getting it totally wrong and bringing disaster. But there is great blessing and honor to the decisive man who makes the right decision, follows it through, and everybody benefits.
So to be a godly man, to have godly role models, I imagine that as we look at the Bible, the most godly role model, the biggest role model, is going to be Jesus himself.
For sure, he is the greatest role model, especially because he never sinned. He had strength of character to say no to temptation. And I believe godly men, real men worth following, they've also become what the Bible describes as overcomers. I mean, that is one of the greatest things you can do, the greatest accolade, the greatest honor is to be an overcomer. And as it tells us, I believe it's in Revelation 21, verse 7, he who overcomes shall inherit all things. That is a worthwhile goal.
Faith and the Future with Neil Johnson and Dr. Kameel Majdali from Teach All Nations. For more from Dr. Majdali, including books and DVDs on prophecy, Bible commentaries, plus today's and other episodes of Faith and the Future, go to vision.org.au.
Thanks for taking time to listen to this audio on demand from Vision Christian Media. To find out more about us, go to vision.org.au.